Hi everyone, my name is Jess and I am a thriftaholic. Yes, I know I said I shouldn't be thrifting because I have way too much of a money pile, but I went thrifting a day after I filmed my last video. Oops. Okay, let's get started. The first set, I just went with my gut. This is very well done. It is, I paid almost $9 for the set, but it is signed 1976 right here. This is very well done, like I said. The detail is handmade. This is a Holland mold. It's like a multi-purpose big bowl. I love that it has this handle because it looks like a, you know, in case you need a big cup of coffee. Here you go. No, but this is beautiful. I love the yellow tone, and yeah, it has the little Holland mold right here. But like I said, I was thrifting with my two kids, as you see from the thumbnail, and there's a set of 4 bowls. They are mini bowls, which would be great for like dip, popcorn, snacks. Adorable. I really like this. And like I said, it is very well painted. It looks like it's made in the factory because it's so good. And I will list this set. I checked to see available listings, and this was there were a few. One was not very well painted. It was hardly painted. And the other one was very similar to this, but it wasn't as nice, and it only included like 1 or 2 of the pieces. So I plan to list this for probably $100 because, you know, it'll take time to wrap, and bubble wrap is not cheap. So that's what I plan to do with this set. I try to stay away from glassware, but I just love that piece too much. The other piece of glass I found was an upcycled bottle. I'm going to insert a picture of this lit up because, as you see, this is Chicago Blackhawks hockey, right? That's what this is? Okay, just clarifying. I'm here in Illinois, pretty popular hockey team. And they won the championship how many years ago? A few years ago. And this is simply, I think, a whiskey bottle. I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with my alcohol, but it has a little string of lights. I'll probably include some tea lights in case somebody does not have access to an outlet. But this is really cool. Again, I'm going to insert the picture up in the corner. Very well done. That's why I got it. I see a lot of these crafts in the thrift, but they're pretty poor done. Look at that. Great. And the paint, the glitter paint is still continuously all over the bottle. It's not chipped or cracked. That was $5. And I'll probably list that for $40 to $50. I love this shoe brand. It sells very well for me and pretty quick. It's Spring Step, but it's their sideline L'Artiste. It is more of an artsy, colorful brand or design. Look how beautiful this is. This looks like something, yeah, it's hibiscus, Hawaiian. Really beautiful, like the Cordovan brown tan color with the stacked plastic. Size 39, so I'm guessing this is an 8.5 to 9. Those were almost $6, $5.88. I mean, leave the tags on them because that's how I know when I list it how much I paid for it. Okay, I don't know if I'll have my daughter wear these. They are her size. I love these mini Melissas. They're known for their scented rubber shoes. It just reminds me of strawberry shortcake. These were $2.88. Really pretty dusty rose color with the bows. Nice Mary Jane classic style. These are a girl's size 10. And I typically take a little magic eraser to them because they'll have like a little bit of scuffing, or you could use Vaseline for this rubber, or olive oil to kind of make it look new. But I'm not going to put much time into these because they don't flip for a whole lot. Certain collaborations, they have collabs with like Disney and stuff, but my daughter's going through a pink phase right now, so she will probably wear those for a bit before I sell them. I found some vintage 90s Y2K shoes, and orange was actually a half off color, so I got these half off. Kenyan River Blues used to be sold at Payless, and they are a nice like lug sole almost slide, almost giving me those Steve Madden vibes, but different kind of sole. And I did do the bend test. Always do the bend test to make sure there's not rot where it cracks, because that is a no-no. These are women's size 7. Nice, just simple black. I like the chunky heel. So those were a little under $3. The next pair, these look more like Y2K. This is Route 66. I need to get a drink. Used to be sold like at Kmart. Again, a little bit under $3. Just a classic brown. This is fake leather braided platform wedge. I guess I should. My pile's almost in view. We also have a storm rolling in, so. This is a little plushie. At this location, they have plush 2 for 88 cents, which is a great deal. So I always try to dig through the bin. And we took some for personal use for our kids, and this one. I have sold a couple of these light up bears. They were Christmas themed, and I sold them between $30 and $50 last year. So I'm going to give this one a shot. It is made in Taiwan. I'm guessing it's 80s. There's a little spot here, but I usually just spot clean these, or if it's on just a tiny little piece, I'll just snip the fur and squeeze me. I'm guessing it just lights up, but a lot of these older ones take 9-volt batteries. Yeah, so I always keep them on hand. Typically you use those for your smoke alarms. Okay, and even if you check comps, like if you were to do a Google lens on this, you may not find anything, but even if I don't find anything when I look it up, if it's cheap enough, I'll get it, and they usually sell within 6 months for about $30. I just sold a Puffalump style clown for $25 or $30 on Etsy, and the USP, and it went first class because it weighed like nothing, and USPS actually misdelivered it somehow, but marked it as delivered. So luckily the buyer was like amazing, because of course it's an Etsy buyer, and they opened the claim, like it did it all by themselves. Normally if it would be like an eBay buyer, they would demand, you know, that you open a claim and you refund the money immediately and blah, 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 blah. So I love Etsy personally, and it has really grown for me. I've been on it for 3 years, and I would say, oh, I make about $500 a month on there, so nothing like to brag about, but it's just one of my little side hustles, and all the other platforms, you know, add up to make a nice living part-time. So here, this is the oldest J.Jill tag I have ever found. I'm going to go to vintageclothingguild.org, I think is the website. They have an awesome catalog of all the vintage tags, but I'm going to say this is 80s, based off of the tag and the style of clothing. It's a paper tag. It's a size 8. I can faintly read it. It is made in the USA. It's this very cottage core, very thin, almost like tapestry paisley jacket with fabric covered buttons. There is no structure. There's no shoulder pads or anything. It's a thinner fabric. It reminds me of a couch, honestly. It does have flap pockets. The pockets are still stitched shut, but they are genuine pockets. So that was a cool piece. I did pay up for this, but because it's an old J.Jill, I have sold vintage J.Jill for a decent amount, like over $50, and I did pay almost $6 for that. So I'm going to list this one for $50. This next piece is a brand you've probably heard of in the recent months. This is a logo. You'll want to pause in a second and screenshot it. If you are not familiar with this crescent moon, it's almost a crescent. There's a tiny little divot here, like almost a star. This is Xayah, or maybe it's Xayah Active. Xayah Active, yeah, right here. This is a small, it's a simple, well, not a really simple, but a sports bra, and it's got this nice cross strappy back. I love this. I wish this was in my size. It's also got the venting along. I'd say it's a high impact bra. I did pay almost $4 for this, but I'm hoping to get 25 to 30. Xayah is hot right now, hotter than Lululemon. So if you see it, check comps, and you would want to consider getting it if it's priced right. All right, I am diving back into thredup. I sent tons in before I had my baby, and then I just kind of let it run its course. All my kits are pretty much ran out, so I'm sending stuff back in. This is Talbot's size 8. I do well selling Talbots there in substantial pieces like jackets and blazers. This is a very nice gold metallic. I do well with prints, things that would photograph well. Sell on thredup, also larger sizes, which I've discussed prior. And yeah, I was kind of unsure because back in May they changed their policies again where they're not paying out for a lot of lower tier brands, which I completely understand as a business, but that was a little discouraging. And they're putting, apparently, I don't know this for a fact, but somebody has told me they're putting a limit to only 4 labels per, like, until a kit gets, your kits get processed or whatever. So that really hurts. I do have 3 accounts, but they found out my other account. So anyways, I just don't know that you can have a large volume for thredup, but I still do think you can make money on there. But here we have a nice brand I don't find very often. It is Cobb Hill. Fall is around the corner as it is the end of August. And these are very nice. Paid a little bit under $6, but they're nice size and nice style. The inside's cute, little like plaid. I was just trying to find the size, which I hope I can find, because that would be a deterrent for a buyer not knowing what size these are yet. These are a size 10, which is a great size, So I'm pretty picky with shoes as far as condition. I will not pick them up if they're too beat up unless they're more of a vintage style or if it's like a work boot. This next piece is, I guess, the last piece. I didn't really get a whole lot. Like I said, I had my 2 kids with me, but it was enough to fill up part of the trunk on our little trip. So, what do you think I got? A vintage blanket. I'm still selling vintage blankets. I'm sticking more towards the baby blankets because they sell quicker and they take up a lot less space. I'm having a space issue at the moment, as I've previously discussed. Linens were actually half off, so I paid like $2.30 for this yellow blanket. I do really well. This is like lemon yellow. It's looking a little bit washed out on film, but this is like bright. Has the satin trim. Now note, I did throw this in the cart pretty quick, and the edges show wear. As you can see here, it's almost like come all the way undone on the edge, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I just disclose all the flaws and people will buy them. I always do the smell test because I do not want to smell something that has an odor. And if it can't be washed, then I always disclose it. I was just looking for the tag, but it looks like a Chatham blanket, so I really feel like I'm missing something. But we had a quick, nice little thrift trip, and when I mean this was a little haul, everything that I've showed you, I was in there, guys, for about an hour or maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Granted, I was consoling, like, my baby, but she was pretty good. So the clouds are crazy outside, and I love storm watching. Side note. All right, that's it. The next video is going to be, I've had a Goodwill blue box for jewelry on my counter for I've had it on my counter for over 6 months, which is not on my counter, but in my cupboard. I need to process it all for you guys, show you all the goodies I got so I can list it, because jewelry is so easy to list and so quick, and I need to get my store back alive. I'll also do a what sold video probably in the next week, but I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I probably won't post this till Monday or Tuesday, but I will talk to you guys later. Also, I never mentioned this, and if you get clear to the end of this video, please put in the comments down below what your favorite item was that I thrifted in this video. And also, do not forget to like my video on your way out. It really helps my channel as I go through waves of posting regular content, but I'm going to keep posting regular content moving forward because my kids are in school and I have no excuse now. So, let's go.